What's going on, guys? HK Titan here with a brand new video for you guys. But first things first, as always, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today's video, we're going to be jumping back into our Bloons TD6 walkthrough / playthrough / guide. And for today's guide, we're going to be jumping onto Karts and Darts Chimps mode. So for this mode, we will be using Oben as our hero, and I have come up with a little bit of a newer strategy for Chimps mode. Now, this strategy won't work on a lot of maps, but it will work perfectly fine for Karts and Darts. Strategy is going to revolve around using the Spirit of the Forest. Now, I know the Spirit of the Forest isn't that great of a tower, but he is a very, very cool tower nonetheless. Alright, so starting off with this strategy, we are going to be starting off with a ninja monkey, much similar to what we've done in the past. But we are going to have to change one thing up with this ninja. Now, in previous guides, we've upgraded to ninja discipline first, but unfortunately the way that this map is designed, unfortunately we do need to buy seeking shurikens first, because if we did not buy seeking shurikens, unfortunately we would lose on round 8 because we would have a singular red balloon slip through. But by upgrading to seeking shurikens first, it allows our ninja to actually pop the green balloons that come out of the it allows our ninja to pop the green balloons, thus allowing us to save up for ninja discipline. Alright, we should be able to afford our ninja discipline here in just 1 second. So as soon as we can afford to do it, we're going to go ahead and buy it. Which, there we go, perfect. Now the next thing that we're going to be saving up for is we are going to be saving up for sharp shurikens. It shouldn't take us too long to afford it, so as soon as we can afford to buy it, we're going to go ahead and do so. Following buying sharp shurikens, we are going to save up $500 to remove this haystack right here. Now, it is important that we remove the haystack because it's going to allow our Spirit of the Forest to get the most area of effect, allowing him to hit more balloons and allows him a longer time to hit the balloons. Although the Spirit of the Forest is a very, very cool tower, like I said, it does not have a lot of base popping power. So we're going to be doing our best to basically buff our Spirit of the Forest to the point where he's going to be viable for this strategy. Alright, so we should be able to afford our Oben here in just 1 second. And then as soon as we can place down our Oben, we're going to be placing him right about here because we're going to be placing a bunch of Druids down. Now, you might be a little bit curious why we're placing down a bunch of Druids. Much similar to what we do with when we buy the Avatar of Wrath, we are going to be placing down a bunch of Druids to basically buff our Spirit of the Forest. So we're going to go ahead and place our Oben down right here. It's going to give us a little bit of space on his right side to go ahead and place down a couple of Druids. On top of that, it's going to give us a little bit of space on the left side as well. Alright, now the next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be saving up for our double shot. We forgot to upgrade to sharp shurikens, but as you guys can see, we still had ample popping power in order to save up to remove the hay bales, as well as save up for our Oben. So you guys can either buy sharp shurikens first, or you can buy it second. Alright, the next thing that we're going to be doing is we are going to be saving up for our double shot. There we go, perfect. Now that we have our double shot, we are going to buy an alchemist, just to make sure that we have that little bit of added popping power when dealing with round 28. It shouldn't take us too long to afford our alchemist, so what we're going to do with this alchemist is we're going to place him right here next to our ninja. Then, of course, we're going to upgrade to larger potions. We're going to swap our alchemist over to targeting strong, as well as we're going to buy the acidic mixture dip. Now that we have all of this down, we're going to go ahead and save up to buy our balloon jitsu, and we are going to be upgrading to berserker brew and stronger stimulant as well. We are going to be placing down any other towers until round 39. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to round 39, and I'll go ahead and bring you guys back. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring you back on round 39. As you guys can see, we have been dealing with the balloons very, very well. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to start placing down a couple of Druids. Now with these Druids, we want to try and pack as many of them as close to Oben as we possibly can, as well as very close to each other as we possibly can as well. So that being said, do your best to try and get 6 of your druids in a similar fashion to what I have them, like so. And here are 5 druids, and then we're going to go ahead, we can go ahead and speed things up now. Because our Bloon Jitsu and our druids are going to be able to deal with that with no issues. Now this druid right here at the bottom, right here, is going to end up being our Spirit of the Forest. We need to place down one more druid though, because we do need to have this last druid here to buff our Spirit of the Forest, because as you guys may or may not know, the Populace end up buffing all other druids within its radius. On top of that, we want our Spirit of the Forest to be within range of our Oban as well. Alright, there's our first Populace, so let's go ahead and upgrade to a Thorn Swarm now, and then we're just going to be doing the same thing to all of these druids. If you guys missed in the fast forward bit, I did my best to try and like show you guys during the fast forward bit what we did with our ninja. But we upgraded our ninja to a Bloon Jitsu. Following upgrading our ninja to Bloon Jitsu, we upgraded our alchemist to stronger stimulant. Following stronger stim, we upgraded our alchemist to faster throwing. As soon as we bought faster throwing, we instantly went over and we bought caltrops as well. So that's just for you guys, just in case you missed what I was doing. Alright, so again, we're going to be upgrading all of these druids to Populace. So while I am explaining to you what we're doing, I'm going to be upgrading our Populace in the back. We will be upgrading our Populace to a 0-1-4, just so you guys have a little bit of a reference. But while I'm upgrading these druids, I wanted to address a question that I had in the comments. And the question was, why do I never use Oban's trees? The reason why I don't use Oban's trees is because, one, we really don't need to use them. Two, the Oban's trees add a little bit of RNGs to the guides. Because if my trees get placed right here, but your trees get placed right here, it's going to add a little bit of a differential in the guide. Because obviously, if Oban's trees get placed right here, the trees are going to get popped before my trees in the very back, and it may kind of fluctuate the amount of money that you actually take in. Because if you guys are unfamiliar with the way that Oban's trees works, is from round 1 to 50 you get the full money from the trees, as if your towers were just to normally pop the balloons. From 50 to, I believe, I'm not exactly 100% sure, but I believe it's 50 to round 70. You'll get like 0.75 of the money, and then from round 75 plus, you're only gonna get like half of the money or something like that. I'm not exactly 100% sure on the precise amount of money that you'll actually get, but I do know it is drastically less in the higher rounds than it is in the earlier rounds. Words are hard. All right, so let's go ahead and upgrade this druid right here. We are going to be upgrading to the a 0-4-2. Following the 0-4-2, we are going to be buying a monkey village as well to go ahead and give our towers the ability to pop camo balloons. All right, so we should be able to afford our monkey village here in just 1 second. Following buying this first monkey village, we are going to buy a second one. The reason why we're going to buy a second one is, of course, to get a little bit of discount on the towers themselves. Now, we could have bought this tower right here a little bit sooner, but it doesn't make that big of a price difference. So we just want the price to be cheaper on this monkey village right here. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade our monkey village to a 2-2-0. And again, we're mainly just trying to give our druids the ability to pop camo balloons. Alright, and as you guys can see, all of our towers should be being affected by the monkey villages. And then now that we upgraded to a camo detection, all of our druids are now getting the camo buff. So all of our druids can pop camo balloons. Next thing that we're going to be doing from this point on is we are going to be placing down a couple of alchemists. Now, the reason why we're placing down these alchemists is because we want to end up buffing our druids in order to allow them to do more damage to the ceramic balloons. On top of that, we want them to have an easier time and dealing with some of the late later rounds. Alright, and we should be able to afford our Stronger Stimulant here in just 1 second. Following Stronger Stim, we are going to be upgrading to a Faster Throwing. So as soon as we can afford to buy Stronger Stim and Faster Throwing, we're going to go ahead and do so. Alright, and then once we actually place down the 2 Alchemists that I'm going to be placing down, I will do a little bit of a fast forward bit all the way until around 82 when we can afford to buy the Spirit of the Forest. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and place down our last Alchemist right here. Of course, there are going to be a lot of towers within range of these Alchemists, hence why we are buying Faster Throwing. That way we can keep as many of them buffed for as long as we possibly can. Alright, there's our Berserker Brew, and then we should be able to afford our Stronger Stimulant here in just 1 second. Alright, and while I'm saving up for Stronger Sim, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. It has been absolutely amazing. You guys are crushing it, and of course, we are almost at 4,000 subscribers. Absolutely insane, guys. It's looking like we may actually hit 4,000 subscribers before 2021, which is actually 3,000 subscribers more than I actually expected to get in 2020. So again, guys, thank you so very much for the support. I couldn't ask for a better community. Words are hard sometimes. But anyways, guys, now that we have our second Alchemist, we're going to go ahead and fast forward to the point where we can afford to buy the Spirit of the Forest. So sit back, relax, and I will see you guys roughly on round 82. Alright guys, it is officially round 82, so I'm going to go ahead and bring you back really quick. We should be able to afford the Spirit of the Forest right now. Perfect. So on round 82, we can officially afford to buy the Spirit of the Forest. Next thing that we're going to be saving up for is we are going to be saving up for the Monkey Intelligence Bureau. The reason being is because, as you guys may or may not know from previous guides, unfortunately the Druids by themselves cannot pop lead balloons. The only reason why our Druids were able to pop the lead balloons up until now is because we have so many Alchemists. Alright, and we should be able to afford the MIB here in just a couple of seconds, nothing too crazy. Now that we have our MIB, now our Spirit of the Forest as well as our other Druids can now pop the lead balloons. Now, with this strategy, you guys actually have a choice of what tower you would like to go for. Now, I chose to go with the Spirit of the Forest because, as you guys may or may not know, there's not a lot of strategies out there for Chimps that actually involve using the Spirit of the Forest. So, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys that you can a guide that you can actually use the Spirit of the Forest on Chimps mode. Now, if you guys do not have the Spirit of the Forest unlocked, you guys can go for the Avatar of Wrath. Now, you can afford the Avatar of Wrath on either round 81 or 82 using the same exact setup that we have here. Just opposed to buying the Spirit of the Forest, just buy the Avatar of Wrath instead. You guys may actually be able to afford the Avatar of Wrath on round 81 because you guys wouldn't need to invest the money into upgrading the 7th Druid to the tier 4. That being said, now that we are on round 888, we are going to go ahead and ensure that the Spirit of the Forest is going to be able to beat this Chimps mode. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to be upgrading the Spike Factory in the very, very back to a Permaspike. Now, before we upgrade our Spike Factory to a Permaspike, we are going to be upgrading it to an Acidic Mixture Dip, which is going to allow our Spike Factory to actually pop leads, just in case we get any sneaky balloons that try to slip through. But anyways, guys, like I was saying, you guys do have an option for what tower that you guys would like to get. Opposed to buying this Druid right here on the far left, if you guys do not have the Spirit of the Forest unlocked, or if you guys don't want to use the Spirit of the Forest and you guys want a chill Chimps mode, instead of buying this Druid right here, don't buy this one and actually upgrade this Druid to a 014, which will account for the 6 pop lists that you need in order to get the 5 times buff and all of that fun stuff. And also, as you guys can see, all of the druids around still get the 5 times buff. It's just, again, because I wanted to show you guys a little bit of a different strat. Now, this strat is only usable on longer maps, and I believe it's quite obvious why. Because the Spirit of the Forest does not have a lot of popping power to begin with. It's just more of a fun strat that I wanted to show you guys. Because, like I was saying, I don't know of any Spirit of the Forest Chimps guide out there currently. Alright, so now, like I was saying, the next thing that we're saving up for is the Permaspike. Of course, the Permaspike is going to basically act as a safety net, just in case any balloons do slip through. If any balloons do slip through, it will, or if any balloons are going to give our towers a little bit of a hard time, it is going to be on round 96. Because on round 96, we do get quite a hefty rush of the BFBs, as well as the reinforced Moab balloons. So now that we can afford to buy our Permaspike, we're going to go ahead and buy it. Now that we have our Permaspike, we are setting extremely well. We pretty much have free reign to place down whatever tower we would like to place down. What I'm going to do for this one is I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to grab a engineer monkey. The reason why I'm grabbing an engineer monkey is quite simple, because the end engineer monkey isn't that great to begin with. So I'm actually going to be testing out the balloon trap. And I'm going to place down a couple of NGs with this balloon trap, just because, again, it's a tower that I rarely use. Now, again, if you guys would place down any other tower you guys would like to place down, please feel free to do so. Again, it really doesn't make too much of a difference what towers you guys actually place down. Alright, and we should be able to afford a second balloon trap here in just 1 second. We are on round 98. As you guys can see, the Spirit of the Forest is having a little bit of a rough time dealing with all of these balloons, which is exactly why we have the Permaspike in the very, very back. Alright, so let's just go ahead and work on buying a third balloon trap, because we're going to have a little bit of extra cash. So why not place down a couple of towers that we rarely use? But again, guys, I cannot stress it enough. You guys do not have to have balloon trap in order to make this strat work. This is more or less just a little bit of a fun strat that you guys haven't seen before. Alright, and do we have enough money to afford one more balloon trap? Unfortunately not. But anyways, guys, while we are popping this bad balloon, again, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. It has been absolutely insane. Also, I want to take this time to say, if you guys enjoyed the video, please feel free to hit that like button. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed, please feel free to subscribe as well. I do upload quite a bit of Bloons TD6 content. But anyways, guys, you already know what time it is. I hope you guys have the most amazing day of your lives, and of course, I will see you guys in the next one as soon as we pop all of these balloons. But anyways, guys, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.